Hi everyone, welcome to Blue Prism tutorial session 4, and my name is Kaushal, and today we are going to learn about the Blue Prism first process. In previous video we have seen how to launch the Blue Prism, how to configure Blue Prism, and how dashboard is look like. Today we are going to learn about the process, and we are going to create the first process. Like we'll do the some simple mathematical calculation using the calculation and multi calculation stages. To create the Blue Prism process, just we have to go in the studio tab, and here is you can see process and objects are there. If you have to create the process, just you need to go on the process folder and right click and create the process. Here you need to provide the name of the process for which you are going to create. So for example, let's say I'm going to create the first process in this Blue Prism. So we'll write the name like first, my first process. This is the name, and after clicking on the next it will ask for the description, so we have to mention the description. It could be anything like this is the process for training purpose, and just you need to click on the finish. And here you can see this process has been created. To work on this process we have to open the process. How will open this process? Just you need to double click on this name of the process, and it will be look like this one. So as I said, in this process we'll do the some simple manipulation like mathematical calculation like addition, subtraction, and division. So in the left side you can see in the process called the stages of the process, and we'll go one by one in later video. Today we'll see for the calculation stage how we'll use the calculation and multi calculation. So for example, let's say if you have to perform the sum addition, so you have to create the, let's say you have to number the two numbers 10 plus 20, and how it will return as a result 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. So just you need to take a calculation stage. We have to take a one data item which could be a result, like you can say like sum, and the data type of this data item could be number, because we are going to perform the additional number, so it will be a number. Here it's up to you. If you want to provide the description, you can write the description, otherwise you can leave as it is blank. So let's say for in the calculation, what we are going to do, we are going to add the two numbers, means we are going to sum the number. So just we need to provide 10 plus 20, and where you want to store this the value of 10 plus 20, it could be sum is a data item where it will store. And if you have to, then we have to link it from start to sum and end, and just need to save it. Save means just you need to provide some information to save it and run it. Here you can see the two numbers has been added, but here is a problem. The problem is we have fixed the number 10 and 20. So instead of making it fixed, let's go for the data item. Let's take a data item 2, one data item 1, and put the value of data item, let's say for example input A, and data item will be number. Here just you need to provide the value of data item A 10, and it, let's take a name like input B, and here just you need to provide data type of this input B also will be number, because this could be a number 20. We have provided two numbers 10 and 20, and instead of fixing the value, just you need to take this data item 1 called input A plus input B, and when you will run it, the result will be 20 plus 10 will be 30. Let's say if we change the number of this a data item like 300, and here will be like 200, and let's refresh it and run it. 300 plus 200 will be 500. Let's say if you want to subtract the number same like addition, so again you have to take the one more calculation stage for the subtraction and take the name like subtraction. So let's say if you have to subtract the value from A to value B, just you have to take like input A minus input B, where you have to store. Let's take one more data item called the subtract result. The data item of subtract data item will be also data type like number, because after subtracting the value from input A to input B, it will be number. And let's run it from beginning. You can see here. Let's refresh it and store the result A minus B, input A minus input B, and the result will be go in subtract data item, sub data item. Let's refresh it and run it. And here you can see the result of some data item will be 500, because 300 plus 200 will be 500, minus means minus A minus B, input A minus input B will be 100, because 300 minus 200 will be 100. Let's say if you want to take a division also, just you have to take a one more calculation stage to for division, right? So if you want to divide the number, so for division also have to do the calculation similar like addition and subtraction. Input A divided by input B, the result of input A divided by input B will go in another data item will called division division result. Let's take a name similar. Data item of this data type of this data item will be number, because after division input A to input B result will be in number. So just you have to write like input A divided by input B, result will be go in division result. When you will run it, it will provide the result. Here you can see 300 divided by 200 will be 1.5, right? So we have used the one of the stage of Blue Prism process called calculation stage. So Blue Prism has provided two options to do the sum calculation. One is a calculation stage, second is a multi-calculation stage. Here you can see we have to perform the three stages like sum, subtract and division. Then we have taken the three calculation stage. Instead of that, Blue Prism has provided the option called the multi-calculation. Inside the multi-calculation means one calculation stage we can perform the multiple calculation. For example, if you have to add the two numbers like input A plus input B, you just need to write the expression like this: input A, input B, where you want to store the result of input A and input B, which will be go in sum. One calculation has been completed. Now we are going to add for the second calculation, which is called subtraction. To subtract the number, to add this another expression, just we have to click on the add, write the expression like input A minus input B, store the result of input A minus input B in subtract data item. Again you have to go for the third calculation stage, which is called division. Then we have to add one more row, write the expression. You can write expression here directly. If you want to explore in multi-tab, you want to explore in a wider pop-up, you can just click on the choose expression and just you have to write input A divided by input B. The result of input A divided by input B will be stored in division result. And let's link it from start to multi calculation and end the stages. Instead of go to start, someone subtract division. You can see the result over here will be performed by the multi calculation in the single stage. Let's run it. And here you can see input A plus input B sum is equal to 500. Input A plus input B subtraction input A minus input B will be 100. Division will be input A divided by input B. It means 1.5. It means 300 divided by 200. It will be a 1.5 result. So this is the using of two stages. We have used the two stages of Blue Prism, calculation 1 and calculation multi calculation. Thanks for watching. Let's meet for the next video.